Hello, guys. Welcome to a new partial, a new period of this scholarship year. I hope you're fine and that you are rest enough these weeks and that you'll be ready for this new amazing period at school, virtual school. This is design class. As I told you in the video call that I made on July 1st, each week we will work just one signature, right? Because we have to sure that you are taking or that you are getting all the knowledge that you have to get in each topic, and will be a little more intensive for you because you will have more activities, speaking activities and writing activities each week for each assignment. So please be careful because I don't want to talk in Spanish and I won't speak Spanish. I will give my class just in English. So what I need to of you, I need that you be listening carefully in my class. Number one. Number two, that you be focused on the screen and in your notebook, okay, your science notebook. Number three, that you write all what I am saying, okay? And just that, okay? Number one, listening. Number two, focus on the screen. And number three, read your book, okay? For this partial, we're going to start with common diseases in Honduras. One recommendation that I told you that I say is that if you don't know the meaning of each word, go to a dictionary from English to Spanish and look for the meaning and then write it in your notebook, right? I will speak a little Spanish right now. Les decía anteriormente que no voy a hablar en español, voy a dar mi clase totalmente en inglés porque la clase debería ser en inglés, no en español, chicos. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que necesito? Que escuchen cuidadosamente, que estén concentrados en la pantalla y en el libro, obviamente. Todo lo que está ahí en la pantalla está aquí en el libro, ¿verdad? Pero ustedes tienen que compararlo. Voy a hablar lento, ¿ok? Y cada significado que yo, o cada palabra, perdón, que yo le vaya dando, ustedes la van escribiendo y luego van a su diccionario español-inglés, ¿verdad? Para ver el significado en español. Entonces no voy a hablar español y para eso necesito que estén bastante concentrados. Y todas mis clases de ahora en adelante van a ser en inglés, porque así debería de ser. Okay, so the first word that you have to write in your notebook is, let me use something. What is disease? Okay, disease. Common disease in Honduras. Today we're going to talk about illness or diseases in our country, caused by insects or so caused by the environment, something like that. Okay, in Honduras there are a lot of diseases that can be treatment by the time, but sometimes it cannot be treated and by a, I don't know, by a common way to try to cure your illness. Okay, so for today we're going to talk about the most common diseases in our country. Okay, so for that you have to open your book on page 84. Okay, page 84, common diseases in Honduras. Okay, common diseases in Honduras. Let's read. Okay, according to the Sistema de Indicadores Sociales de la Niñez, Adolescencia y Mujer, SISNMA, the most common illness in children and women in Honduras are: number one, malaria, that is caused by a mosquito; low birth weight, okay, that is when a baby born with lower weight that can be um, expected for when they born. Chronic malnutrition, that is a common disease here in Honduras and in other countries too. Diarrhea, then when that it goes when you get pain in your stomach, or you eat a lot of things, when you eat a lot of things and you get wrong about what you ate. Okay, and anemia. Okay, and another one are acute respiratory infections like pneumonia. So write in your notebook, malaria, low weight, sorry, chronic malnutrition, chronic malnutrition, diarrhea, anemia, acute respiratory infections, and pneumonia. Okay, so this is the most common diseases in our country. Okay, malaria, malnutrition, low birth weight, diarrhea, and anemia, and another respiratory infections like pneumonia that attacks your lungs. Okay, so in Honduras there is a Ministry of Health that is in charge of running all health-related activities. Okay, the Ministry of Health in our country is in charge to do all the things about the care of our health, of our country health, of our Honduran people. Okay, it says that its mission is to formulate. Okay, they have to formulate, design, control, monitor, and evaluate national health policies. Policies are like rules, or like yes, like guidelines, right? That the doctors, hospitals, drugstore, and all that have to follow in order to protect our health. Okay. One more, standards, plans, and programs. Okay, programs. For example, when Ministry of Health go to public schools and make vaccination campaigns, when they put an vaccination or something like that, in order to protect about common diseases like that. Okay, one of the activities of the ministry is vaccination. Vaccination is, okay, vacuna, vaccination. So write in your notebook, vaccination, ministry, church, health. Okay, all that you have to write it. Then we're going to talk about some diseases right now. We have malaria. It says malaria is common in areas where the Plasmodium vivax mosquito, which causes the disease. Okay, this disease usually develops currently 30%, it says, of the reported cases have been minimized. Okay. This malaria attacks a population about 30% of people. Okay, but in a good way, this disease or illness have been lower these years forward. Okay, but what causes this disease? It caused by a insect called Plasmodium vivax. This mosquito is who infect you of malaria. Okay, when they bite you and they have this disease, they can infect you, they can contact you, right? And you can get malaria. So that's important that you use repellent, that you use repellent, yes, when you go outside and go to play. Another one is malnutrition. What is malnutrition? When you, it's like you are looking in your screen, okay, watching your screen. Sorry. In Honduras, 25% of the children have chronic malnutrition. Listen, 25% of the children in our country have malnutrition or chronic malnutrition, and 37 of the children under of 3 years have anemia caused by poor nutrition. This causes low height, low weight, and learning difficulties. Okay, what the malnutrition causes in you? First one, they you can sorry it causes low height. That means that you can grow as fast as you can or as normal as people can grow. Okay, you are shorter than other. Low weight, that means that you don't have too much pounds, if I can say that, that you don't have some enough weight according to your age. And learning difficulties. Okay, when a children have malnutrition, it can be focused, it can be learn as fast as your his or her partners, because this disease affects their learning teaching activities. Okay, so that's important that you eat enough, that you eat fruit, vegetables, carbohydrates, meats, fish, rice, beans, to get strong and to get and to be good with your body. Okay, so malnutrition is the pure of nutrition. Okay, it calls for pure nutrition. Okay, so what you have to write in your notebook: malnutrition, copy that. Malnutrition, anemia, low height, low height, low weight, low weight, learning difficulties. Okay, so next one. When a person experiences symptoms of disease, the first the first thing he or she look for is a cure. When you feel like you have pain or that you have fever or you have toothache, the first that you have to that you look for is that you can be good, that you have a cure for that illness or disease. You go to the supermarket or to a drugstore to buy some medicines, a pill, a vaccination, syrup or something like that to eat, and that way you can be good. Okay, medicines and remedies are ways to treat different diseases. Okay, we have medicines and remedies are two different things. Okay, but both are used to get us well. One can choose between one or the other. Okay, you can choose a remedy or a medicine depending the case. According, right, according of the severity of the illness. For example, a remedy can be used to treat a cold. A cold, when you have like a flu, if you have a fever, that is a cold. But pneumonia cannot be treated by a remedy. If you have pneumonia, you must be treated with medicine. So that means that you have to go to the doctor, right? So a remedy can be used when you have a disease that is lower, if I can say that, that is not too much dangerous for your organisms, as a cold or as a toothache or a headache or something like that. But if you have something that is most dangerous for you, like the pneumonia, you must be treated with medicine. You must go to the doctor and say what is happening to you. Okay? When you have to use remedies, you have that on page 85. Page 85. This one. To use remedies, illness must be mild, like colds or stomach pain. Look, remedies, colds that you have, get like cold, flu, that you have fever. You can take a pill. You can take put a vaccination in you. If the symptoms continue after taking a remedy, it says. um, let me see that. If the what is the sorry. If the patient must visit the doctor. If a remedy don't uh, works with you, if you are still feeling the same pain or the same ache, you must go to the doctor, right? Then, to use medicines, make sure medicines has not expired. Okay, you must watch the due date in your medicine, right? And it has to be well. First one, assure that your medicine has not expired. Take the recommended dose during the specified period of time. When you go to the doctor and you explain and you say all what is happening with you to the doctor give you a letter with guidelines that you, for example, okay, Montserrat, this is your guidelines for your medicine. You must drink a pill at um, 2:30, or you must drink this pill at 2 o'clock, something like that. So you have one or two pills at 2 o'clock. So you have to follow the guidelines that the doctors give to you, right? So this is recommended dose during the specified period of time. Do not self-medicate. What means that? If you feel so bad and you say, oh my god, I will go to the pulperia and buy a panadol. If you have a lot of headache and you cannot be well, you must go to the doctor. Do not self-medicate. Right, when, for example, right now, if somebody have coronavirus, the thing that they have to do is go to the doctor, right, and do not self-medicate, because there is the bad thing that somebody can do, self-medicate. This is only doctors know the right medicines. Okay, only the doctors, they studied for that. Okay, they are doctors, they know what can you take or what can you drink. Okay, so let's continue. Now we have a chart explaining what is a remedy and what is a medicine. Let me show you something. Okay, so we have this chart explain what is a remedy and what is a medicine. For example, okay, a remedy. Okay, a remedy. They are suggested by a family member, neighbor, or an elderly person. Usually, this is a knowledge passed from generation to generation. That is a remedy. For example, when you feel or when you have sore throat, your mom tells you, "Oh, you can drink a cinnamon tea, un té de manzanilla." When you have sore throat, or if you have a, for example, toothache, some mothers I know or grandmothers um, put some mint leaf into your teeth, so suppose you can get well. A medicine, they are prescribed by a doctor after medical evaluation. Okay, a medicine a doctor is insured to give you. A remedy can be suggest by a family for your mother, a neighbor, or an elderly person. Okay, these medicines are prepared with common ingredients like tea with honey for a cold, or soaking the feet in hot water to lower blood pressure. Okay, so it says that the remedies, so these ones, can be prepared with common ingredients like manzanilla, like canela, like how to say that, hoja de menta, all that are remedies that you can use. Okay, but it's suggested by a family member, not a doctor. A medicine substance prepared in pharmaceutical laboratories contain active ingredients that help cure diseases. For example, aspirin, cough syrup, or antibiotics. Okay, a medicine is prepared in a pharmaceutical laboratory. Okay, which people that studied for that, okay, doctors, make them with guidelines. Okay, for example, we have aspirin cough or like Panadol, or antibiotics, or for example, Alka-Seltzer. All that are medicines, but a remedy is el té de manzanilla, té de canela, or something like that, right? That are remedies. Their ingredients are usually found in the garden and supermarkets. If you see, we can find la manzanilla, la canela in supermarkets or in our garden. Except for the medicine, they are found in pharmacies and used as a curative medicines. Okay, so that is important that you get the difference between these concepts, remedies and medicine. So write in your notebook, remedies, medicines, remedies, medicines. One more, ingredients, pharmaceutical, pharmaceutical. You know that, pharmacies, pharmacies. Okay, now on page 92, we're going to talk about healthy habits. What is a healthy habit? When you make good things for your organs. That, for example, that you sleep enough time, that you eat healthy food, that you drink enough water, no Coca-Cola, water. That is a healthy habit. That you go to sleep early. Okay, at least you have to sleep for per sorry 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours. No 6, no 7. 8 hours at least. So healthy habits is when you are doing good things that help your organisms to grow and to be safety. Okay. We want to talk about drugs. What is a drug? What do you know about drugs? Have you ever listened drugs? Okay, so write in your notebook drugs. Let's see. A drug is a substance that causes changes in the body, physical and psychological alteration like hallucinations, euphoria, fear, or distress are some of its side effects. Okay, so a drug is a substance that can damage your organs, producing physical and psychological alteration. For example, that you can have some eruptions in your skin, or that you begins to think that you are watching a ghost or something like that. That are psychological alterations. Okay, who are in risk to get drugs? Teenagers. Teenagers are from 12 years old to 18 years old. Okay, teenagers are at high risk for illegal drug use because they are at a stage where they're going through emotional and mental changes. Most of the teenagers around the world, mostly in the United States, England, and some parts of Europe, are in risk to take drugs. Okay, we say that drugs are substances that causes changes in your body. Okay, what a drug can cause, or abusing a drug, lack of information about the damage they cause. Okay, it's not recommended obviously to take drugs because it's not good for you, but you have to know which kinds of drugs can damage your organism. So you have to read and you have to look for which drugs are bad for you. All the drugs are bad for you, of course, but you have to learn about them. Okay, love, self-esteem, peer pressure, friends, curiosity, and lack of family support. To prevent drug addiction, it's important to value oneself. If you love yourself, you won't take drugs. Okay, you have to love yourself. Now, we have three kinds of drugs: illegal drugs, legal drugs, and social drugs. What is a illegal drugs? The law, la ley, prohibits their use and marketing. Okay, they are no allowed. Some of them are marijuana, crack, ecstasy, heroin, and cocaine. Using of them causes dependency and death from overdose. Okay, these drugs are illegal in all the countries. Okay, illegal means that in your country is not allowed to consume these substances. Some example of that is marijuana is not allowed. Cocaine, as in the example, right, is not allowed. It's an illegal drug that you cannot use in our country, in any country. Okay, why? Because it can cause you your death if you have an overdose. A lot of singers, artists like Amy Winehouse, which another, um, Michael Jackson, and all that has overdose, and that caused their death. Then we have legal drugs. What is a legal drug? They are legally allowed to be sold and used. For example, medicines. They are available for anyone with a prescription, like pills, like Panadol, like paracetamol, like acetaminophen. All that are legal drugs because you can go to a drugstore and buy them. Okay? But you cannot go to a drugstore to buy a cocaine because it's not allowed. Okay, social drug. What is a social drug? Okay, it said that they are permitted by the law. They are called social drugs because they are used in groups during social activities. Okay, that's why their name is social because most of these drugs are used in meetings or when you go to a yes, when you go to a meeting to a place and you are with your friends. Okay, but what are these? Some of them are tobacco or cigarettes, as the picture, alcohol, it's low, and coffee. It's a drug. It's a social drug. Why? Because it has a caffeine, and caffeine is a substance that can be addictive. Okay, these are social drugs are allowed, están permitidas for the countries, and that's why here their name is social drugs. They can be bought without a prescription, and they can cause addiction too. Okay, now what is alcohol? Alcohol is the most popular social drug, but it is good for you or isn't good for you. It isn't good for you. You don't drink alcohol. You must drink. You do not must drink alcohol, guys. It's a toxic substance that damages the brain, the liver, the heart, and the stomach. It acts as depressant on the nervous central system, which are some problems to drink alcohol. Uncoordinated movement, when you drink alcohol, you lose the sense of gravity. If you say if you look something drinking alcohol, they are like, oh, they can't stand up and be like and walk as normal. They are uncoordinated. Okay, they cannot walk as well. I need to consume alcohol. When you drink alcohol, you begins to feel that you need more alcohol, that you need drink more alcohol. It is not good. Behavior problems as extroversion, sorry, aggression, or depression. Dependency is developed gradually. Okay, you begin to drink alcohol. Sorry, you will be if you don't have control of yourself, it will be gradually making an addiction for you. At first the person may be able to control his her intake, but as the invisible line is crossed, addiction sets in. When you have addiction to alcohol, when you don't have control about it, okay, you have to be careful with that. Alcoholism also damages family and social relationships. Thus, domestic violence, when a person is under the alcohol effects, it has aggression, is aggressive, and can hit someone, Okay, you have to be careful when you are with alcoholic person. Okay, family disintegration, the most common damage in society, accidents, death of innocent people, or imprisonment. Okay, when you go to jail. Now, alcoholism is a social problem that affects families and society. Support groups like Alcoholics Anonymous offer help to break the cycle. The Instituto Hondureño para la Prevención del Alcoholismo, Drogadicción y Farmacodependencia, IHADFA, offers support and information of this disease. Okay, IHADF is an organization, that help to people that are addicted to alcohol. Okay, if you see the picture, you do not drink alcohol. It is not allowed for you. To overcome alcoholism, the addict must be first accept or her his or her problem. Okay, if a alcoholist, if something, a person that is addict to the alcohol wants to overcome this addiction, first at all they have to accept that they are sick, that they have a dependency of this substance. Okay, they have to accept his or her problem. The second step is look for help. If you accept your problem, you can go to your friends, to your family, or to a professional about that and look for help. Okay, that way you can overcome the alcoholism. Now, tobacco. What is tobacco? Dice que, consuming tobacco causing smoking addiction. Smoking is fumar. And nicotine harms the nervous central system, stimulates the respiratory center, stimulates the respiratory center, accelerates the heart, and increases blood pressure. Okay, some cigarette smoke contain 5,000 chemical compounds. So a cigarette or a tobacco has 5,000, 5,000 chemical compounds. It can be counted. Okay, I of course I didn't put all the chemical compounds because there are a lot of, but I put some ones. First one, nicotine. What is nicotine? Found in tobacco leaves and used as a poisonous veneno in insecticides. The cigarette or the tobacco has nicotine. The nicotine is a substance used as a poison in insecticide. Insecticides is insecticida, lo que utilizamos para matar insectos. It has two arsenic, used as a rat poison. Arsenic, rat poison. Methanol, used as rock fuel. And ammonium, used in disinfectant products and batteries of cars. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are 5,000. Solo tengo 4 aquí y hay 5,000 más de estos que tienen cigarros. So guys, the tobacco can damage your lungs. Okay, now in this picture you will see. This is a healthy lung. Estos son pulmones saludables, right? If you see, in a healthy people, the lungs are like pink. But when a smoker pays from that smoke tobacco or cigarette, it looks like that. If you see, in smokers, the lungs appear dark and muddied and can cause cancer, lung cancer, when you get an addiction about the cigarette or tobacco. Okay, if you look this picture, healthy lungs, smokers lung, los pulmones de alguien saludable y los pulmones de alguien que fuma cigarro. If you see, it is not good for you to smoke. So guys, please watch this video as many times as you can in order to understand all the topics. So if you have questions or something like that, you can ask me right on the WhatsApp group, and please do it. It is important to us. So thank you for watching and see you the next time, guys. Bye.